So friends, this video is about using Google Meeting to set up calendar invites so you can connect with your friends over a virtual video session. So the first thing is to open your browser. So there's a primary prerequisite I want to add that the meeting owner, whomever is setting up the meeting, will have to have a Google account, a Gmail account, right? That's a prerequisite, and you will have to log into your Gmail account and all, or Google account essentially, right? So you open the browser, come to this particular URL, meet.google.com, hit enter. Once the page loads, you will see this on the right hand side, which block that says schedule a video meeting from Google Calendar. Click on that. It'll actually take you to the calendar page, the Google Calendar page. That's where I'm saying you need a Google account, right? You have to, so essentially you should have logged in and all that. So since I've already logged in, it's not causing me any troubles. So here you have to, so essentially the fact is that you're setting up a meeting in advance, a calendar invite in advance, and you want to be able to look at it later and understand what it is about, right? So it's good to enter a friendly name that you can easily recognize when you look at it later. So essentially I'm trying to set up the invite for my class tomorrow. It's important, very important, to select the date correctly. It's equally important to make sure that you have selected the time also correctly, right? So I'm selecting 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. same day. There's a means to create repeated events. We will probably do that in the next session. So since I came from the Google Meeting URL, the video session is already included over here. You can see that this is my meeting URL. I can copy this, select it and copy it, or I can even copy it this way, right? If you had come to this directly, you would probably not find this one. Or in case you accidentally hit this cross button, your meeting, the video conferencing mode would be gone. But then you can always click on this and come back, just that your URL will be different, right? So copy that URL now. For now, just copy that URL and keep it. Nothing else to do, just save, right? So it'll kind of take you back to the Google Calendar. So once again, the real need to have a Google account. 14th is when I set up the invite, 10:30 to 11:30. So you can see there are a couple of invites that are already there. I've been playing around. I mean, there are a few invites which I will go and delete, but this is just for the demo purpose, right? So if you double click on those events, you will again find the details, all that you have entered. You can edit again if you want, unless you think you made some mistakes, right? So you can copy the URL from here. And once you have that URL, the next thing to do is try and join the meeting invite, right? So you can come to the browser, type that URL. So if you look at this URL, it's very easy to understand. There is this https meet.google.com. After that, there are these few characters. So if you are trying to send this URL to any of your friends or to anyone whom you want to connect together over a virtual meeting online, you can send this URL by WhatsApp and they can easily join. So it's very easy to type this URL on a WhatsApp chat. So for now, I'm just going to enter this meeting. So here's the meeting starting up. Oops, camera failed. So yeah, but nothing to worry because there's already a screen recording going on with the same camera device. That's why the camera has failed. So you can see the microphone icon over here. It's a good idea to keep that muted while you start the meeting, so that the unwanted noises and all that will be kind of blocked. So So I kind of clicked that icon and you will find that it turned red. So when it's red with that crossbar, it's kind of muted. So now it is, I'm just going to mute it once again, right? And then what you have to do is click on this join button, join now. So essentially that's how you join the meeting invite. Depending upon how your bandwidth is and all that, might take few seconds. So just wait. That's the best you can do, right? So you can see a couple of icons on the bottom panel over here. The first one is a microphone icon, the same behavior as we just saw. The center one is the leave call. You hit that, the meeting will be completed, or you will kind of exit the meeting. The camera button, you can likewise. This is red now, so my camera is not functional. If I try to open it, the camera should show up. In my case, right now it will not. So just ignore for the moment. But for you, you can control your camera whether you're presenting your video or whether you're showing a static picture like this is all you can control. You can see on the right hand side there's a present now button. So this essentially allows you to share your screen and show some content from your screen to all your audience. Click on this. You kind of get this next pop-up screen. Select the screen item that you see over here. You have to click it once, then come back and click on the share button below. You are now starting to share, right? Depending upon how your connection mode is, bandwidth is, speed is, and all that, it will take few moments to a few seconds to, probably some longer time to get yourself up on presenting. So just wait until that happens. Once you see this message, this actually means your screen is presenting and everybody on the other side, whomever is on the meeting, can see your screen. So you can go through the screen, discuss all your matter, and once you're done, click stop presenting, you come back to the normal screen, right? So your screen is now back to normal. And once you're done with the meeting, you can click this red button to exit the meeting. Now, if you accidentally do that, nothing to worry. You just need to have the URL handy, or on this back screen, you can find this rejoin button. You go back there, right? On the other hand, and again, you have to go through all the same process, join and all that. If you accidentally, instead of the leave button click, let's say you happen to close this browser window itself, right? You always have this calendar where you can go and open the meeting invite and then copy the URL or click this directly to join that same invite again. So that's all, folks, about how to schedule a meeting invite and share that URL to everyone in advance so people can join your virtual meeting session. Now, let's say you kind of missed to set up this video in advance, right? We always forget. There's a start meeting button over here. You can use that to set up an instant meeting, right? So just click on this. You're all up and running with your meeting invite. So you have the microphone, the camera, and you come to this join now button. You have to click on that. So you're back to this meeting, right? Again, it shows you a prompt if you want to, since this is an instant meeting, it's giving you an option to copy the URL, which you can share with your people in mail, or it's still there on the top browser panel. You can copy that or type it in WhatsApp and send it to anyone. So that's all about how to use Google Meet to set up meeting invites in advance or to set up an instant meeting. Probably in another session, we will try to see how to create, a recurring meeting invite, right? So that's all, folks, for now.